breaking, Alberta and Quebec forge alliance to defy federal control. In a significant political development, Alberta Premier Danielle Smith and Quebec Premier François Legault have announced a strategic alliance aimed at enhancing provincial autonomy and resisting federal overreach. This partnership marks a pivotal moment in Canadian politics as both provinces seek to assert their rights and push back against what they perceive as excessive federal control over provincial matters. The alliance between Alberta and Quebec is rooted in a shared desire for greater provincial autonomy. In a letter dated March 21, 2025, Premier Smith extended an invitation to Premier Legault to collaborate on issues of mutual interest, particularly regarding the federal government's influence on provincial jurisdictions. Smith emphasized the need for a united front to advocate for the rights of provinces within the Canadian Federation. Both premiers have articulated their concerns regarding federal policies that they believe undermine provincial authority. In recent years, there has been growing frustration among provincial leaders about the perceived encroachment of federal regulations on local issues. This sentiment is particularly strong in areas like resource management, healthcare, and education, where provinces feel they should have the primary say. Key objectives of the alliance include enhanced provincial autonomy, coordinated legal strategies, and public engagement. The premiers are committed to exploring ways to strengthen the autonomy of their provinces, including advocating for constitutional amendments that would allow provinces to have greater control over their laws and regulations. They aim to develop joint legal strategies to challenge federal policies that are viewed as encroaching on provincial authority. For instance, Alberta has already indicated its intention to intervene in legal challenges related to Quebec's controversial Bill 21, which addresses secularism and religious symbols in public spaces. This act has sparked significant debate across Canada, highlighting the complexities of balancing individual rights with collective cultural values. In addition to legal strategies, Smith and Legault plan to engage their respective populations in discussions about provincial rights and the importance of standing up to federal overreach. This grassroots approach aims to build support for their initiatives and foster a sense of solidarity among citizens. They recognize that public opinion will play a crucial role in their efforts to assert provincial autonomy. By mobilizing citizens, they hope to create a groundswell of support that will pressure the federal government to respect provincial jurisdictions. This alliance comes at a time when provincial nationalism is gaining traction in Canada. Many citizens in both Alberta and Quebec feel that their provinces have been marginalized in federal decision-making processes. This sentiment has been exacerbated by recent federal policies that some perceive as detrimental to provincial interests. In Alberta, Premier Smith has been vocal about the need for the province to reclaim its rights and resist federal policies that she argues threaten Alberta's economic interests. Her government has previously introduced the Alberta Sovereignty within a United Canada Act, which empowers the provincial legislature to resist federal initiatives deemed harmful. This act reflects a growing desire among Albertans to assert their identity and autonomy within the Canadian Federation. In Quebec, Premier Legault has championed the cause of provincial rights, particularly in the context of cultural and linguistic preservation. The Quebec government has been proactive in seeking constitutional changes that would enhance its ability to govern without federal interference. Legault's administration has consistently advocated for policies that reflect the unique identity of Quebec, further solidifying the province's position within the Federation. The emphasis on protecting the French language and culture has been a central theme of his tenure, resonating deeply with Quebecois voters. The implications of this alliance for federal politics in Canada are significant. As Alberta and Quebec unite to challenge federal authority, they may inspire other provinces to consider similar actions. This could lead to a broader movement advocating for provincial rights and autonomy, potentially reshaping the dynamics of Canadian federalism. The alliance could serve as a catalyst for other provinces to seek greater control over their affairs, igniting discussions about the balance of power between federal and provincial governments. While the alliance presents opportunities for both provinces, it also faces challenges. The federal government may respond to this coalition by reinforcing its authority and pushing back against provincial demands. Additionally, there may be internal divisions within each province regarding the extent of autonomy and the methods used to achieve it. In Alberta, for example, There are varying opinions on how far the government should go in asserting its sovereignty, with some advocating for a more aggressive stance while others caution against alienating potential allies within the Federation. Furthermore, the alliance's effectiveness will depend on the ability of Smith and Legault to maintain unity in their objectives. Differences in political culture, economic priorities, and social issues could pose challenges to a sustained partnership. While both premiers are focused on autonomy, their approaches to governance and public policy may not always align perfectly. For instance, while Alberta's economy is heavily reliant on oil and gas, Quebec has prioritized green energy initiatives. Balancing these differing priorities will be crucial for the longevity of their alliance. Public reaction to the alliance has been mixed. Supporters argue that it is a necessary step for provinces to reclaim their rights and foster a more equitable relationship with the federal government. They view the partnership as a bold move that could invigorate provincial politics and empower citizens. Critics, however, express concern that such alliances could lead to increased polarization within Canada as provinces become more entrenched in their positions. Some worry that this move could undermine national cohesion and exacerbate regional tensions. As the political landscape continues to evolve, the actions of Alberta and Quebec will be closely watched. The alliance has the potential to redefine the relationship between provinces and the federal government, opening the door for new discussions about the balance of power in Canada. By forging this partnership, Smith and Legault are signaling their commitment to provincial rights and their determination to advocate for their constituents. In conclusion, the alliance between Alberta and Quebec marks a pivotal moment in Canadian politics, as both provinces strive to assert their rights and challenge federal control. Premier Smith and Premier Legault aim to form a strong coalition advocating for greater provincial autonomy and citizen engagement in democracy. As the election nears and the political landscape evolves, their actions will significantly influence the future of federalism in Canada. This partnership could serve as a model for other provinces seeking to enhance their autonomy and assert their rights, potentially leading to a more balanced distribution of power within the Canadian Federation.